Hey friends, my name is Becky Truda and I am with Minimal Ease, and on this channel I like to talk about minimalizing, decluttering, and living your best life. So today I have 10 categories of things that I've gotten rid of in my house yesterday, and I'm hoping you can use it as some kind of inspiration. Maybe do a category a day, or if you're like me, you just kind of go like, ah, and you start going through your house, going through those 10 categories as quickly as possible. And if you hang on to the end, I have my secret to how I know when it is time to declutter my house. And so the first category that you can go through your house and start getting rid of are things that actually belong to someone else. So this is a key that belongs to my grandma. Long story short, my daughter hid it when I was supposed to give it to her, and now I need to give it to her. Well, it's been sitting by my bed for about 2 months, and there have been at least 3 opportunities I could have given it to her, but it needs to go by the door. Even better, in my car, so that I know that I have it and it's a constant reminder to get it out the door. So if you need to make like a box, if you have several things that need to go to other people, go around your house and start collecting those things, put them in a place that is obvious and easy for your brain to remember, and they will get out your door. The next thing are the things that you wanted to be, you had the aspiration to be that person, and you're not. So that can be a little harder to declutter if you're still hanging on to that dream. But for me, these are 2 headbands that I had found in the store a little while ago. I love headbands and I really liked these patterns. I thought they were pretty, but they don't hold back my hair. They're not thick enough for my hair, and so it's just not working. And so I'm gonna need to let these go. And I also have a skirt I'm letting go. My husband often says that I look like a towel when I wear it, and I liked it a lot in the store, and then thinking back, I don't love the way it looks on me, so I'm ready to let that person go. All right, the third thing are things that are too small. That can be clothes, but for me right now it is this towel. We have enough towels. We could get 2 towels a person, and that includes our beach towels. And so this towel is too small for my daughter now, and she had also just gotten a new towel for her birthday from my sister-in-law, which is great and a lot bigger, and her head just can't fit through. So this is ready for another little girl to enjoy. Next thing is extra hangers. This is something I really started doing when I started purging my clothes, and it really helped to make sure that my closet was not getting too full, because that was really stressing me out, and I always felt like I didn't have enough clothes. I didn't have the right outfit, and I think the real problem was that I had plenty of clothes. I had too many clothes, and my closet was too full, and so walking into it really stressed me out. And I also just bought literally anything that I thought looked cute, instead of really thinking, is this a style that I want to enjoy on my body? It's a helpful reminder that I don't need more clothes. If all of my hangers are full, then I either have to replace something or I don't need it at all. The next thing are things that are broken and dirty. This toy is one of the examples. We have loved this horse for a while now, but the dog got it and he kind of destroyed it. He chewed it up really good. He's ruined her hair, and it's kind of beyond repair right now. So this we're going to let go, and I know some people are super sensitive about getting rid of toys, but for me, it is better for me to have toys that my daughter really loves and enjoys than hanging on to toys that she might love at some point, but it's broken. So this one is going to go and probably just go to the trash. My dog is having a freak out right now, so if you hear barking, that's him. It's okay, it's just a squirrel. So the next category is a sensitive one, and it is about books. So if you are a minimalist or aspiring to be, but you love books and that's where you get your joy, you might just want to fast forward through this part, which is fine. So books to me are something that I don't need to hang on to, because I feel like they're little treasures, and treasures should be shared. So this little treasure I got from the little library in my neighborhood, which I'm so lucky to have, and so I'm going to return this one. It was pretty good, but it wasn't like something that I'm going to go back and read again. And so this is going to go back to the little library. There are some books that I keep. There's about 5. 3 of them are from my grandfather who passed away, and he wrote in them to me. And so it's just extremely extremely sentimental to me right now. And so those stay. The other two are books that I am constantly looking back at because they have quotes that I've highlighted that I really enjoy, that are good reminders for me. So those books I do keep, and I'm not planning on getting rid of them. But the ones that are something that I enjoy but I don't need to go back to, those have got to go and let somebody else enjoy them. The next category are things like containers. I don't know who else does this, but my daughter really enjoys having little containers that she can put her treasures in. But at a certain point, I have to go through them and get rid of them because they just pile up. And I will say that sometimes I'll keep some containers for myself, like when we're traveling. Some containers are really handy to have, but these two have been loved and used and they are just excess, so I'm going to recycle them. Okay, the last one, number 10, is just to go through and get rid of all that paper and scraps, trash that you have around your house. I don't know if you're like me, but it tends to gather. I don't know why, but it's like a magnet. Every time there is a project or papers are being graded or anything, there happens to be a bunch of trash. And it can get overwhelming if you leave it for too long. So just remember to go through those papers that you don't need. There goes my dog again. Go through those papers you don't need, get rid of it. The mail that comes in the house, sometimes I like to just go straight to the trash can, not even walk it inside, because I know most of it is just gonna be junk mail. And that helps just to cut out a step of me having to even think about it when I'm inside the house. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end, and I did promise that I would give you my idea of how I know when it is time for myself to declutter, and really it comes down to a feeling I get, and I'm gonna try and explain that a little bit more. Yesterday I started feeling like I really wanna get out of the house. I really just wanna let's go to the park, let's go do something that's out of the house, I've gotta get out of here. When you have that feeling like you've gotta get out of your house, that's a good indication that there might be too much going on. There might be too much stress. There might be too much physical clutter. There might be too much emotional clutter that's going on in your house. Either way, you know, whether it's objects in your house or it's actual emotional clutter that's going on in your house, you know you have too much. I felt the need to get out, and so instead of just racing out of my house and getting out as quickly as possible, which we still went out, but instead of rushing out, I went through my house and I went through those 10 categories and I just grabbed a bunch of stuff that I knew was weighing me down, that I didn't need in my house, that I knew somebody else could enjoy, but I've just been hanging on to it for one reason or another. So I hope this has been a little bit of inspiration for you, that you can go through those 10 categories, and I'll write them down in the description below if you want to look through the categories again as you start to declutter. Thank you so much for hanging on, and if you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that like button and hang on and subscribe for next week.